What's good, lads? Queen, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. I know chapter 3 came out. I noticed I have it. I forgot to install it. So, yeah. But it's fine because we're doing Minecraft today. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. I'm okay. Hello, everybody. Hi. I'm waving to you all in chat right now. And server is this is Aluneara SMP, an SMP that Marshy started alongside some other people. Welcome. Hello. Hi. I'm a wee bit tired today, which is good for Aluneara SMP, honestly. Kind of works out. Wee bit tired. You're addicted to Power World? I'm not addicted enough. Nah. Anyway, last time we got a spell book and we kind of messed around with it, but there was still stuff that I didn't mess around with, so we're going to look at that. Thank you for the 100 bits, Brownie! I appreciate that! Still have the World Breaker axe? Yeah, we still have the server crashing axe right there. We're not going to use it, though. Is that a hype train? Did a hype train just start? A hype train started. Oh, my. And hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. I'm halfway through my week. My Wednesdays are going to, unfortunately, perpetually be like this. Just exhausting. You uploaded that episode of Mythos. One more left, guys. I'm shaking my finger. One more left. There's one last episode. And then Mythos is done. Unless you guys, you know, really beg and plead. I'm kidding. One more episode, and then it's all over. Hi, Queen. How are you? I hope you are doing exceptionally well. Rex's community is so big, he gets some hype trains out of nowhere. My community's not that big, but they are very, very wonderful. My community is very sweet. That's what it is. It's not big. It's just sweet. Just sweetie pies. Except for when they do cardios like that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that is probably the first and last cardio we're gonna do this stream. Don't worry, guys. I'm still working on stuff. So we have, for those of you that have paid attention to my Twitter, I'm working on another project. I'm also trying to cook other things in the background. I am continuing work on Skyline Rem. We had a pause because Leia was gone, but now she's back. We're gonna keep that up. Thank you for the hydrate. And I'm gonna try to do more. Even more stuff, which we'll see at one point, you know. Start hires of copycats to keep making more of those videos. Guys, that series is like almost 300 episodes long. How would it even continue to go on? Would you guys even want it to continue going on? 300 episode series? Don't stress yourself out. No. I love it. It's stressful, but I love it. Yes? Yeah. Oh my, you guys are crazy. What? That's crazy. I love the idea of infinite. You guys are crazy. Actual sillies. Why is this a unanimous yes right now? It's okay. The story's already over, so you know that ship's kind of sailed. But anyway, the last episode will probably go up sometime this week when it goes up. But yeah, one more episode. People love you, of course. You want more? I can make more things, guys. I can make so much. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna cry. What? Christ above. Some for this SMP. I'm sure someone can help you out in chat. Anywho, we need to check this book out and see what else we haven't done. So I think if we open it up like that, so there were familiars. I clicked on that, but couldn't do much there. That's just the document. Oh no! The spell just broke my floor. Let's see. There is this one. So I can pick a color. You say. What happens if I fill it all up? Hold on. I need a less damaging spell. Like that one. That damages. Oh, it makes a sound? Hold on. I didn't even realize they made sounds. No, they don't make sounds. That was ambient background noise that I confused for being spell sounds because it was kind of synced up. Anyway, that's not working. Or did it not? Oh, I need to click save. So that's pure white. If I drain these all down to 1... Whoops. I have to save it. If I drain these down to 1, completely desaturate them, I get orange? I'm not sure how orange works, I won't lie to you. That is a very purple. So it looks like there's a white and every other color. I guess that makes sense, there wouldn't be a black. I tried for it, but there isn't a black. No, I'm not doing Russian. Bad. Naughty. Right, you'll get it for like 3 seconds. There you go. This is your Russian. Congratulations. I know you have 1,000,000 points, so I don't feel bad. Alright, we're done. Let's see. White? No, white is just this template. White is so boring, though. That is not the button I meant to press. There's a way to do rainbow, but it's not in this version. Oh, tragic. Red? Red's gonna look weird. Oh, yeah, look at that. What is that? What does blue look like? It helps if I save it. I did not save blue. That... I don't see how that's blue, but I do like that color. You know how to use the crucible? You studied, Elijah? That's crazy that you studied. You can dye the book? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, why can't I cast my spell much anymore? It's like my casts are slowing down. I was casting really fast a second ago, and now I'm not casting as fast. And I feel tired. What is this? This is interesting. There's something draining in me right now when I cast too many of these spells. It's draining me. We need answers. And luckily, we know exactly where to get answers. Well, we should know exactly where to get answers, hypothetically. But practically, we'll see if we can get there. Because, it is an A direction. Let's see. I believe this is the way. We'll see. I'm kind of doubting myself, but I will hope this is the way. Thank you for the 100 bits, Elijah. I appreciate that. Where am I going? I think it's this way. I'm fairly certain it is this way. Uh-huh. That doesn't bode well. That's not the island I'm looking for. That is also... Oh, ma. There's so many. Is that... Yeah, this is it. Okay, so we do know the way now. That's good. Where is the entrance again? Right here. Well, that was pretty precise and completely on accident. Okay. Let's see. We should probably start by finding our home. There's a fair chance she'll be there. Where exactly was her home again? It's this way. Because this is the hill where I was attacked. There it is. Looks like she's home. The woman sits at her kitchen table with a hefty book in her hands. As you enter, she hardly acknowledges you and refuses to even cast you a glance. Instead, she sighs and flips to the next page of her text. I believe the signs on the front door say, "Do not enter." I figured we were past that already. On the contrary, while I'm allowing you to know about my existence, that doesn't mean I want to be disturbed by you in my own home. She closes her book and sets it off to the side. However, I'll admit to being impressed that you came back to this island in the first place. I told you that I wanted to learn. Then you'll have to forgive me for being distrusting. She stands up and walks over to her bookshelves to place the book back where it belongs. What do you want, Rex? I had a question about this magic. She waves her hand at you as she begins to tidy up her home swiftly. Go on, then. I ran out of energy when I was using a spell earlier. Mana. She corrects you and holds up a finger. It's called mana, not energy. Fine then. Mana. How do I get more of it? It's not that simple, unfortunately. You can't think of mana like physical strength or of stamina or anything like that. She crosses her arms and turns to you fully. Mana is something that doesn't come from you. It comes from the surrounding environment. World mana is created by nature, and your ability to use it is dependent on your level of study. What's that mean? You're a novice. Nothing more and nothing less. Therefore, you're at the very bottom level of study. You furrow your brow in irritation at this, but you don't argue against her. Your tome can only channel a limited amount of mana through your body. If you want to channel more, you either need to upgrade your tome, which takes a considerable amount of materials, or you can find a way to create a trinket which should improve your ability to regenerate mana. A trinket, huh? How do I do that? You'll need something called an enchanting apparatus, a piece of equipment that can channel mana into a set of resources, which form a particular trinket based on the resources you used. Okay. So how do I make the apparatus then? You need a particular set of materials, several pedestals, an enchanting core, among other things. It won't be easy to get them at your level either. Took me quite some time to gather up the resources I needed when I used an apparatus. Luckily, I don't have a use for that sort of equipment anymore. Then why not give me some of that equipment? She shakes her head. I don't know what you think our deal meant, but in my eyes it was not an invitation to give you all my hand-me-downs. I'm allowing you to study my work and to learn more about my magic, but I still do not entirely trust that you won't use this power for something more nefarious. She pauses and clears her throat. However, perhaps we could make another deal for the equipment, if you think you're up for it. What's the deal? I'm willing to give away some of my old things. For a price. That price being you doing something in exchange.
She puts her hands on her hips. You'll never learn if you don't work for what you want. Does that seem fair to you? Fine by me. There are 3 pieces you'll need to build the enchanting apparatus in its entirety. You'll need enchanting pedestals, an enchanting core, and a basic enchanting apparatus mechanism. For each of these pieces, I want you to do a task for me. For your first task, you are to gather up some flowers for me, particularly the flowers that grow on a nearby island to the southwest. The island's very close by, so it shouldn't be too hard. Okay. After that, I want you to make some food. Nothing too complicated, of course, just a single cake. There should be plenty of ingredients around the island that you can use for this. Lastly, I want you to go through several of the crates I'm keeping in my storage cavern and sort through the ancient relics and documents I've gathered. Once you've distributed them and sorted them before and after the First Empyrean War, you will report back to me, and I will give you the materials you want. Alright. Fine. In that case, report back to me once your tasks are complete. In the meantime, if you have anything you want to say to me, I'll be upstairs, collecting my notes on the monster carcass from before. Okay. What are these idle tasks she has us doing? I don't see how this proves our trust to her, but fine. First things first, I suppose we need to pick flowers. In order to obtain the equipment I need to make an enchanting apparatus and enhance my mana with trinkets, Juniper has asked me to do a number of tasks for her. The first task I need to do is go to the island to the nearby southwest and gather up some specific flowers. She didn't specify which kind, so hopefully she's okay with me getting a variety of whatever I find. The hardest part will be finding the island, though she says it's not far from the rest of the ruins. Okay. Southwest. I don't know what direction that is. Well, I'll use like my godlike intuition, I suppose. No, here we go. Sunrise in the east, sets in the west. The moon does the same. Rise in the east, sets in the west. So, if that's west, southwest would be this direction. And that is the way I need to go, right? Yes. Alright, well, let's gather these things. Surely that's not the island. These creatures. Hello, Slytherin, how are you? Okay, let's sail in this direction. Is this the island? Surely not. Did not know what that creature was. I still don't, actually. Damn. It's a sprite of some kind? It's breaking my armor. Well, that's suboptimal. There are more. Come on. It's another creature. I should deal with all of those. Whatever they are. So, maybe it's these flowers. Silver vase. Protea. Lazarus. Managed to finally get the flower she wanted. What could she possibly need these for? I guess it doesn't matter, as long as I get what I need. Ow. What did she say she needed next? A cake? Alright. There's another one of those creatures in the tree. Well, I suppose if it's not disturbing me. I think that dispatches the rest of those. Okay. A cake. I suppose I'll have to find the ingredients then. What exactly goes into a cake? Interesting. My new weapon. I suppose we'll stash that for now. Sugar, wheat, milk, and eggs. Perhaps this is necessary for some form of alchemical reaction? I'm not sure. Well, we'll have to scavenge for those materials now. Where would I find eggs? Perhaps here in Hen. I could find them there. These reeds could be crushed into sugar. That should suffice. Are there any hens around? That's the question. You have an egg in your inventory. So I do. We need to find an egg. I still don't see any hens. There. Surely one of them has left an egg. There we are. Excellent. Now, milk and wheat. Where would we find wheat? I don't see any crops around. Perhaps she has some. Well, this will suffice. Yes, this will do nicely. Let's yield some wheat. There we are. That should be plenty. Now, where to? We'll need a bovine. Whoops. Ah, you will do nicely. And, that is unnecessary. Actually, these are unnecessary. What the heck? There we are. Now, to bake a cake. It's, oh no. It's, this, right? Yes! I succeeded. I finally finished the cake that Juniper wanted me to make. Now I'm really confused. A cake? Of all things, why would she want something like that? It seems like a weird time to crave something sweet. Whatever. The third task she wanted me to do was sort through some relics in a cave nearby. Where could the cave be? Cave. A nearby cave. Perhaps on the side of a hill, maybe. Not there. I don't remember finding a cave the first time I went across this island. It must be somewhere I didn't look. It's not over here, that's the forests. Perhaps over here? Ah. Found the cave. Now I just need to sort through some artifacts. And I'm finally done. Artifacts, BSE? BFE? That was a glitch, I think. Alright. Let's... What is this? The book. Excellent. Relic identification. Notes written by Juniper. Only she signs with her name. Not much more than that. Introduction. I've managed to find a number of relics around the island, as well as around the Solar region during my travels. I've managed to narrow down a rough estimate of their age using a generalized timeline of historical events. Items that can be identified as coming from before the First Imperial War are referred to as BFE. Items that can be identified as coming from before the Second Imperial War can be referred to as BSE. This simple way of identifying relics is how I will be organizing most of the artifacts that I find during my travels. For further information on how to identify something as BFE, 1. The item is unrepairably rusted. 2. Item has some connection to God of Balance or Chaos. 3. Item is made out of cheap material, wood or stone. For further information on how to identify something as BSE, the item is only mildly damaged. Item has some connection to the God of Love, primarily. Item is made out of expensive material, iron or gold.
The God of Love. Interesting. There are relics. Am I gonna... Do I need that? Might need that, so we're not gonna get rid of that. Alright, we'll have a one hand open at a time. So we have a dilapidated music disc. This seems like it's in a complete state of disrepair, so I guess this is before the first. A broken wooden flute would be before the first because it is made of wood. A worn and moldy shield will be before the first. A statue of love would be an idol to the God of Love, and therefore would go there. A long-forgotten hat. Well, this one has me stumped. Doesn't seem rusted. It doesn't seem to have connection to the God of Balance or God of Chaos. It doesn't seem to be made of cheap material. So I suppose it is here. An iron rod would be here. A functional golden globe would certainly be here. Yep. An ancient slingshot will find its home here. Yep. A damaged goblet is made of metal. A statue of balance would come before. An irreparable skillet. Well, this one is tricky. This is made of metal. However, it is extremely damaged. Well, it's irreparable, so I can only presume. A lightly rusted bucket would be before the second. And a cracked hourglass shall be before the second. There. That seems to fulfill everything, right? Oh, there's a book in here. Juniper's list. To-do list. Gather up flowers on the southwest island. Make a vanilla cake. Finish sorting through the relics. Finish studying the monster carcass. This is a to-do list. This is a chore list. I was trifled with. You storm over to Juniper with a frustrated expression on your face. She sits on her bed casually as she looks over a collection of hand-drawn pictures and some notes on torn sheets of paper. Again, She doesn't acknowledge you.
Try not to open the door so loudly. I don't want the whole of Aluneara hearing us. You seriously just made me do all of your chores for the day?
She narrows her eyes and looks back up at you.
And? So what if I did? I told you I'm not giving you any equipment for free. You get what you get based on my terms, and you won't complain if you want our relations to continue. I presumed our agreement meant more jobs like monster hunting.
She stacks notes together and puts them to the side.
Yes, and we both know how that went last time. I'm not interested in watching you risk your life again. You'll do the jobs I give you. That's final. I didn't sign up to be your attendant. And I didn't sign up to be a teacher. Looks like we both have to do things we're not fond of.
She rises from her bed and walks over to you with a glare.
You needed equipment, and I needed some things done around this island. Things you could have done yourself. But I didn't, because you were here to do them for me.
You open your mouth to reply, but she cuts you off.
Before you continue to complain, why don't you take the time to really think about what I was asking you to do? Let's see how clever you really are, Rex. Why did I ask you to get me a cake and flowers? Why did I ask you to organize those particular documents?
You consider it for some time. The events don't seem to have any clear connection in your mind. The documents you went over were disjointed and spread out over centuries of history. The flowers were plain and simple, but you recall that they don't even match any of the kind that she's keeping in her home. And the cake? Cakes are usually for special events. What could today be that would warrant a cake? She notices your puzzled face and sighs.
Why don't you come with me for a moment, Rex?
Sure.
Lead the way.
Huh? How did that happen? What? All right. Where was I supposed to go? I'm not sure where I was supposed to go. Oh, here we go. You pause in front of the monument and look at it in confusion. Juniper takes the flowers and the cake from you and places them in front of the monument respectfully.
There now. Are you satisfied?
What is this?
This is the fate that awaits any of us chosen who fail.
She runs a hand over the top of the monument.
I make a habit of honoring them at the start of every month, as a way of celebrating my own perseverance due to their help in the past. I wasn't sure I'd have the time to complete everything I wanted to complete before the sun set. Then, you came along, asking for more advice.
So you gave me some of your chores so you'd have the time to honor them?
That's about right. I wasn't interested in sharing the truth with you. But of course, you became furious when I thought I was pawning off my tedious work to you. I should have expected that reaction. I suppose I owe you an apology.
No,
You don't have to apologize. A deal was a deal.
She smiles lightly.
Perhaps you are different from the other chosen I've met, if that's what you think.
She turns back to the monument.
Since you're still new to this place, I'm assuming you haven't had the privilege to watch any of the chosen fall, have you? I'm not sure what you mean. I've seen others die.
Die. She makes air quotes with her fingers.
When chosen are cut down, they don't stay dead, as I'm sure you know. Instead, with the power of their patron, they are reanimated and brought back to life. So we're completely immortal? That's not correct either. As you saw from our last encounter, someone like me still has reason to fear death. That's because while we are able to come back to life from physical injury, if our will is crushed, then so is our connection to life.
She hangs her head.
I've seen my fair share who lost their will to fight. They were never heard from again. Many of them were friends, others were students. But no matter who they were, they found their spirits broken, and their role in this war was forfeit. Therefore, they lost their part to play. I'm sorry to hear that. There's nothing I could do to stop them, but I can continue to remember them and be eternally grateful for their sacrifice.
She glances back at you.
So then, are you satisfied? Yes.
Good. She takes out her tome and waves her hand. A blue glow appears on your right, and you glance toward it quickly. Strange mechanisms materialize in the grass before you. Juniper huffs.
In that case, you may take your spoils for the day and leave me to my own devices. I don't have much else to say to you. Thanks.
She pauses.
Thank you as well, Rex. Despite your complaints, your help was appreciated. This was very important to me. If it wasn't for your willingness to do whatever was necessary to further your own growth, I may not be able to stand here with my offerings.
She slowly seats herself in the dirt.
Now, you're free to go. Congratulations on earning your apparatus. Hopefully you discover a way to make the mana-regenerating trinkets you wanted. Did you want company?
She looks back at you, confused.
You want to stay here with me? I spent all of today running around for this, didn't I? I suppose. If that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you. It is rather peaceful right here. Just try not to disturb the peace with more of your ruckus. Fine. The woman is quiet as she looks off toward the ocean peacefully. She seems to be lost in thought. How many chosen have you lost? Does the number really matter? She leans her head forward and adjusts her stance so her arms hug her knees. They were kind people. And now, they're gone. They have no more part to play, so they've been discarded. Where they are now, if they're still around, I do not know. The woman is quiet as she looks off toward the ocean peacefully. She seems to be lost in thought. Why did they disappear? Simply put, the war took its toll. She looks off toward the sea. Those who did not conform to the strongest side were hunted like animals, and they were put down. For some, it took being found dozens of times to finally lose their will to fight. For others, a single death was enough to destroy their ability to continue. Who is your patron? Even if you have proven yourself useful, that's not information I believe is necessary to give you. I'm sure you'll learn in due time. But for now, you don't have to know. So please, stop asking that question. How long have you been part of the war? Too long. But now I've shunned the war. I'm not interested in being a pawn any further. How did you find this island? Simply by knowing where to look. Most people aren't keen on traversing the sea to find something new. For the most part, people remain on the mainland. They won't come out this far. Therefore, it was the perfect place for me to hide. That's exactly why it's also imperative that you do not tell anyone about this place. What was your first day like? I can't recall it. It was mundane enough. I came to this area through that shrine with about half a dozen others. There were several other chosen waiting for us when we arrived. A girl with pink and fluffy hair, Marshy, as well as some more dangerous individuals. She shudders. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Nothing more. Do you still know any other chosen? Not many. Besides you. I've cut myself off from the other chosen a long time ago. I decided against making any further connection after I watched many of them vanish. You're the first person I've openly talked to in some time. She pauses. Admittedly, it's refreshing. But at the same time, I can't allow myself to get used to this. I don't know what type of person you are. And I'm not keen on being wrong about you either. Is it possible for Chosen to come back from forfeiting? As far as I'm aware? No. No more questions. Have you finally exhausted yourself of questions? Alright then. I have nothing more to say, and you've disturbed my peace for long enough. I'm certain you know how to see yourself out, right? Take care of yourself. And don't trust those you do not know so openly. You're lucky you found me, but you might not be so lucky in the future. Oh, and feel free to take some cake with you. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's return these. And then press on. Oh, at least our questions have been answered. Now we can construct this apparatus and see how it works. You are right, the buckets. Let's return those as well. There we go. That is everything. Oh. Man, I'm tired. Like, actually, I'm so tired. What is that question? I ship her with myself. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I was stayed up, I was working on an assignment. And then when I did finally fall asleep, I only slept for like maybe 5 hours. I should have been able to get at least 6 hours, but I woke up and I couldn't fall back asleep an hour before I was supposed to wake up. So that was kind of lame. And I went through a bunch of classes today, so I never napped. Keeps you untired, thanks. I'm 5 hours of mood? Yeah, but my body doesn't like it. I get exhausted if I get anything but 8 hours. And even then, sometimes I'll sleep 8 hours, but then I'll still get tired at some point in the day. It depends on like my schedule for the semester. I unfortunately have one where it's like I get tired around this point of the day. Which it would be fine if I got tired earlier in the day, like I did last semester. But now I get tired
around stream time, which is not very helpful. I don't enjoy it. It's not beneficial. It does me no favors. So I'm hoping that it'll slowly work itself out as I readjust, but it's just something I'm gonna have to keep powering through. Sure, we'll do that cardio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's construct this apparatus. Well, I would love to investigate as to who that is, but I'm currently enduring trials. That's actually waiting. Hold on. I've never seen that many phantoms. That is insane. Like, actually crazy. Alright, there we are. Okay, now we can try that again. Okay, good. Okay. The unknown woman in pure white clothing looks around your home casually. She runs her hand along the wall with a slight chuckle and observes the salt line in front of each door. My. How intriguing. She giggles slightly as she scuffs the salt line. I didn't take Cassidon for being superstitious. Excuse me? She looks back and observes you carefully. Something about her gaze is unnerving. Her eyes are a vibrant golden color, but they do not glow or glitter as normal eyes would. In fact, there's a strangeness behind them that you cannot identify, but it feels abnormal. Aren't you a sight? I don't believe I've ever seen you around this region. Who are you? Why are you at this house? Oh, I'm no one special, I assure you. Just a friend of Cassidon's. She leans forward and circles around you with her hands behind her back. Last time I checked, this was his home. What is a stranger like you doing here? And with such a dark look on your face, a young woman like me almost feels intimidated. He gave it to me and my companions. Did he now? How absolutely lovely. It almost brings a tear to my eye. What an adorably sweet gesture. Still, it would have been nice to know that before I came here. Giving away such a luxurious space is sure to be big news. How much did you pay for it? It was free. An act of pure kindness, then? How splendid! She crosses her arms. Well, I'd hate to take more of your time, stranger, but if you could answer me a question. Would you know where Cassidy is?
Why would I tell you that?
Oh, so you're the cautious type, are you? Well, if you're worried about his safety, I can assure you that I'm not like that. I wouldn't hurt a fly. She motions to herself. In fact, I work quite closely with Cassidy. However, I haven't seen him lately, as I was on a hunt of my own. He and I are part of the same organization, you could call it. Cross my heart. She makes an X shape over her heart emphatically.
So, you're also a sacred Solaran.
So he did tell you about us. Did he say anything about me? The illustrious and beautiful Bianca? She tosses her hair. Her bangs fall in front of a rose-shaped eye patch on the right side of her face. Come now. He must have said something.
Nope. Nothing.
Ugh, come on! She sighs and mumbles to herself quietly. You go off on the hunt for a couple of weeks and people entirely forget about you. I swear I don't know what I'm going to do with him. She turns her attention back to you. Still, for you to have been informed about our organization, that can only mean one thing, right? Perhaps... Are you another chosen?
I am.
Oh, how wonderful. It's lovely to have you then. Forgive my suspicious behavior, but I had to know for certain. Actually, I've been trying to ask a question all of the chosen that I ran into on my hunt. But before I ask, there is something I have to know. Your allegiance. She lowers her head. Are you a follower of the Pantheon of Virtue? Or the Pantheon of Iniquity?
I'm still deciding.
I see. She considers this before slowly bringing her hands into her pockets. Well then, I hope you make up your mind soon. After all, the gods and the war wait for no one. The world's purity hangs in the balance of you taking charge and deciding where you wish to align yourself. You must care about this world, right?
I suppose.
Of course. You seem like a smart young man. I knew you would agree. She jumps at your response as though she's trying to guide you in the direction of the right answer. In that case, since you care for the world remaining whole, why don't you do a little something for me?
We've just met.
I promise it's nothing too complicated. I just want to keep an eye out for a particular chosen who is quite dangerous. She has dark hair and eyes quite similar to mine. And she's a powerful mage. She smiles in a sinister manner. If you happen to notice her at any point, be sure to report it to the nearest Solaran, would you? It would be a great help to our world-saving cause. Otherwise, who knows how Aluneara would be threatened by her existence?
Do they have a name? Do you have a name?
She was an old friend. We called her June. But she betrayed us all. She puts a hand to her forehead dramatically. Oh, it's quite heartbreaking. But we must do what is necessary to save this region and win the war in the name of order and purity. You understand, right? When you don't answer, she walks past you. And of course, if you happen to see Cassidy, tell him that the Solarans are interested in speaking with him soon.
Sure.
Quietly, the illustrious woman sashays away from your home and into the trees, casting you a single backward glance with a grin and a glowing gold eye.
Let's see how this thing is constructed. An apparatus, a core, and pedestals. Enchanting apparatus utilizes pedestals and source for crafting. To use the enchanting apparatus, place any number of arcane pedestals nearby with their items. Once you've filled the pedestals, use the middle item on the apparatus enchanting block. Enchanting apparatus requires an arcane core beneath it in order to work. So core and then an apparatus on top. And pedestals around. Where can I set this up? I don't think I want to do it inside. Oh, a small farm. Nowhere immediately stands out to me as a suitable location. I suppose this one works. I'm not too sure. Let's see. It seems like, well, this is our construct. Of course, I would need to know what to do with this. Maybe there's something in my book. Now that I have an apparatus, now I must figure out what to do with it. The enchanting apparatus may add new enchantments or upgrade existing ones. Interesting. But what else? Maybe here? This doesn't seem right. Equipment, perhaps. There is plenty of equipment here. This seems useful. Though I would need more pedestals in order for this to function. That's useful. But only slightly so. Perhaps this will work. And again, we'll need more pedestals. Maybe this one? No, we need more pedestals. How would this be created? Using arcane stone, which is created from stone of some sort and source gems. I do believe I have source gems. Let's make some more. That individual didn't give me their name, did they? They're hunting juniper. What happened to my book? Did I drop it? How did I leave it? Bianca, you are right. Interesting. Their name was Bianca. I almost forgot they only offered it as an afterthought. It's interesting. We're faced with a decision here. On one hand, this Bianca individual, who seems aligned with the individual that gave us this house, is after Juniper. Well, we know Juniper's location. And we also know of Juniper. Cassidon gave us this house free of charge, with our debt already being paid in the future by promising to fight a battle with him. And such a boon, would it be possible that similar boons would be granted if I were to play along with the Solarans' wishes? But why are the Solarans at odds with Bianca? What is this mystery she's withholding from me? Right now, it is of the most benefit to me to not say anything about her whereabouts. This Bianca has offered me nothing. Nothing in return for my patronage. If anything, I sensed thinly veiled threats for non-compliance. If I were to act, it would be out of fear for what the repercussions could be if she found out that I was hiding where June was. And on the other hand, Juniper offers me a consistent path to gaining more magic power. If I were to follow the path with Juniper, perhaps even if Bianca did find out the truth, would I be an opponent? The cards seem to lean in Juniper's favor. For now. Arcane stone is created with source gems and stone. They are the source gems. Now we need the stone. That's not the right book. It looks like any stone will do. But it does have to be stone. I wonder, does this work? It does. We do need more, though. Which means we'll need to make more stone. What the? Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah, I need this much. Try using... I was right, you were wrong. You made me waste a coal. I love watching Rex skip a step. Huh? It actively didn't work. What step did I skip? We just watched it not work. We're nailing this right now. We're going to need more of these, though. So we might have to delve back underground. Since we're going to use all of them to create these pedestals. Well, better start doing that now, I suppose. Right? Yes. Stash this stuff. We need another weapon. Let's make another weapon first. Oh, no, we can use the quarter staff, actually. Armor. Could use some armor. I didn't put coal back in. Alright. Let's descend. I don't have any food. No, I'm not gonna use the axe. I'm gonna crash my game. And it's gonna be a bummer. Not gonna do it. It's not happening. Let's grab these. Don't use the damn ability. Nah, you don't understand. I right click once and it's all ogre. The risk ain't worth it. I have perfectly good other weapons. We'll just use those. Alright, we're looking for source gems. We also came down here without any form of light, which is really intelligent. We don't have dynamic lighting, which is really cool. Do I have shaders on right now? I do. They're enabled. You tell me these shaders do not have dynamic lighting. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is an insect. Alright. Maybe on this level. There are gonna be source gems anywhere. It's probably gonna be around here. That's not it. Oh, that had exactly one hit left in it. I missed. There we are. Alright. There's a lot of creatures. That is a... Yeah, I don't like that thing, whatever that is. Well, we'll fight it. It is actually really strong because of that poison. Oh, we got it. All right. Let's get down here. The axe works now? Oh, ain't no way. Okay. One day we'll use it again then. We're saving it. Uh-oh. Alright, we're fine. No source gems yet. Let's see. Aha! That's it right there, right? These are more source gems. That is a total of 2 source gems I'm going to net. That's crazy. Wow. Alright, we need more. Ah! 3! 4! We are spoiled today. 5? Okay, now we're actually getting an adequate amount. What are other resources I don't have an abundance of? Redstone. When Rex is over lava? Come on. Not that scared. Not that scared. Mom, what's wrong with how I navigate low? Diamond? There's no diamond here. What is this though?
Quicksilver. Quicksilver. As opposed to slow silver. Have you ever encountered slow silver before? Alright. Ugh, more caverns. Oh, well no, I just went in a circle. He's dead. There is obsidian there. So many creepers. Why are there 3 torches here? And how many leave? Probably have enough source gems for now. We can always come back down if we don't. That looks like a way out. It certainly is. You're gonna lose your soul? Hey, you'll just be like Mythos Rex. That is not the way out. Oh, if only I could just reach that water. That water's looking more appealing now. No, I'm finna die. I'm dead. I'm alive. Ain't no way. That's crazy, cuz. That is insane. Potato. I've come too far to die the likes of you. They scuffed the salt. Alright. Now, we take this, and we do that, and we make these. There we go. Now, take this and this, and let's see, a basic trinket. Not there. Here. One of these. Mana boost. We could definitely make this. I believe we have the diamonds for it. Indeed. Hey. What else do I need? Wrong. Just these. And I need a dull trinket. From iron and a source gem. Oh. There we are. Alright. So now we can assemble the full circle. And we must arrange the object. It was 3 diamonds, source gems, and they took the objects and imbued them into this. And now... An interesting little bauble. That immediately increased my potency. How useful. I suppose we may test this out now. But it's not dark. There are no creatures to use it on. Well, we can always go walking. More of these berries. Let's see. We can take a little trip to the village, see what the affairs are like over there. Has the salt always been here? I will assume it has been. Still nothing new here. More books. I don't feel like buying at the moment. No, it seems just as mundane as ever. I suppose that's that. Those chosen that Juniper spoke of, they all arrive here. I wonder what the integral of time is between them. And if it changes at all. Does that mean there will be chosen that come after us? If so, how exactly does this war end if it is permanently supplied with more soldiers? And how does one survive if you are chosen to be a soldier? What is this? I am not in need. I am subsisting off of blueberries. That will suffice until I am self-sustainable.
It is a curious thing. A hollowed hall. I should think. And do a lot of it.
Big stretch. I might end off there for tonight, because I'm very tired. I know, it's a little bit shorter, but I'll make up for it tomorrow. Promise. I promise. And I'll make up for it in the following days when it's not Wednesday. I'm gonna figure out a solution for this tiredness I'm experiencing. And until then, take care, everybody. Have a great night. I love you, beautiful people. I'll be streaming something tomorrow. I don't know what yet. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you in the next live stream. Take care. I'm making a heart with my hands, but you can't see it. Bye-bye.